What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled So She's Trans-Traditional. You know, some people say they don't want a traditional relationship. I was watching a video earlier about this, and the young lady didn't want a traditional relationship. And from time to time, I go out talk to young ladies, grown women who don't want traditional relationships. And what they normally don't want is to be in the traditional world as a woman, you know, homemaker, nurturer, cook, clean, that type of thing. But it's funny because they quote unquote want to be able to be the breadwinner, but they don't want to be the breadwinner all the time. So there's a problem. You know, they want to be the breadwinner when it's convenient. And what I mean by that is, you know, when it's time to go out on a date, they're traditional again. When it's time to pay the mortgage, they're traditional again. When it's time to pay the car note and the insurance, they're traditional again. But they're quote unquote non-traditional, right? So it's some bull. And this idea that you want to be with a man, but you don't want a man to be a man as in a traditional sense, but you want him to have all the traditional responsibilities of a traditional man is ridiculous. So this is why I'm making this video, because it's just oxymoron to me. So, you know, and even the things about being traditional as far as taking care of your man, just taking care of your partner, you know, doing stuff for them. It's bad. You know, I want to be, because part of being non-traditional is not doing anything for no guy. Why am I going to cook for you? Why am I going to clean? Why am I going to wash clothes? You know, why am I going to do this, that, and the third? But so if you meet a man and he cooks and he cleans and he washes clothes and he takes care of the kids, then and you're the quote unquote the breadwinner, but you don't actually want to, you know, share your money like that in a breadwinner fashion, then what? You know, now you resent him because you want to be non-traditional, and now he's non-traditional, and you want him to be traditional financially but non-traditional in responsibility. Doesn't even make sense. But to some people, you know, having it both ways does make sense, which is problematic. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because when I was watching this video earlier, it made me chuckle, because you can't say you want all of the benefits and none of the responsibility. And part of this being non-traditional is you want all the benefits and none of the responsibility. So, you know, when it comes off to somebody who wants to be non-traditional, they want all the I can do what I want and not be held to a responsibility, part of non-traditional. But they don't want any of the consequences for being non-traditional. And then they want other people who are in the box of being traditional to still put up all of the structure in order and and still be predictably responsible in their traditionalism for them to benefit off all the amenities that they seem like being non-traditional shouldn't be a part of. You get what I'm saying? So you want all the benefits of the house, but you want to come and go as you please and mess everything up. You want the lights on 24/7, but you don't want to pay the bill because you're non-traditional. Doesn't make sense. You want to order pay-per-view every week, but you don't want to pay the bill because you're non-traditional. That's just what you want to do. But the cable needs to be on for you. I'm just being, a troll about it to a degree, because I used to clown my homegirls about this. I want to be with a guy who's going to let me be me, and I'm not going to do nothing for him, but he's going to be faithful to me. Like, what? Well, I don't want to traditionally do what women did. Okay, well, what you going to do for him? Well, I go to work. Your point. He goes to work too. What are you going to do for him? But I'm tired. He's tired. Your point. What are you going to do for him? I went to school. Your point. He went to school too. What are you going to do for him? I'm just not in this traditional role. Okay. So what you're saying is you're just lazy. And you want somebody to be there for you and work for you while you do little to nothing for them. And that's supposed to actually make sense to you and them. That don't make no sense. And this is the part that just it goes over people's ethics. It don't go over your head. It just goes over your ethics. Because, I was clowning with a friend of mine maybe 2 weeks ago. And I was like, okay, so say you want to be with a guy. She's like, yeah, but you don't want to be with him a lot. She's like, right, I just want to be with a guy, but I don't need to talk to him that much. I don't need to be around him that much. Maybe 1 to 2 days a week. So technically you want to be in a relationship with somebody that you only see or talk to 1 or 2 days out the week. It's like, yeah. So now it's 365 days in a year. It's like, yeah. So 52 weeks in a year. It's like, yeah. So at the most, you want to be with somebody that you can see or talk to at least 104 times max a year. And she's like, yeah, I'm like, it's not going to work. Yeah, if that guy finds another girlfriend, what's the problem? For the other, 200, what, 261 days out of the year, maybe he wanted to be with somebody who actually wanted to be with him those days, right? So, thus, the statistical part or the mathematical part or the logical part of the status, because of being non-traditional. And then part of this thing is, people trying to be fluid, and this is, women wanting to be masculine and wanting men to be feminine. There's certain things that men and women are gonna do. Like, men and women both cook and clean. That's just but that's just a traditional stereotype that that women would do it more. That's pretty much the gist of it. Men and women both nurture kids. The difference is women do it when they're young, men do it when they get older. That's the only thing. Now, but this switching of the energy part, not a good idea. Because you're born one thing, that's what you are. You're socialized to be that thing, that's what you are. And society socialized to deal with you under that premise, not anything else. So you can fight as much as you want to be non-traditional, but the world ain't gonna change because you want people to look at you in this way, that way, and the third. Because you really don't want to be under the umbrella of the opposite sex fully. That's why people normally opt out of. They hop into what they think is the benefits of the opposite sex, and hop out of the cons. So it's just silly to me, but it is what it is. I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.